Hi, welcome to another video on my Arduino Yun. Last time I found out that I can use the wireless interface to program the board, and I used that in an experiment to use the onboard LED, which is LED 13 for some reason, to make it blink, and the original program is to have it blink on and off for each 1 second. I changed that, as you can see, so the on is 1 second, off is 2 seconds, and that works. It is blinking red next to the green on LED, I should say, and next is an attempt to get a green LED with a resistor to the ground, and by lack of a breadboard especially for this Arduino, I have decided to use a crocodile clamp to connect LED and the resistor. The LED is connected to output 3. The resistor, as I said, to the ground, so that should work. Only thing I have to do yet is to program that and upload it to the board, for which I will again use the wireless interface. So with this introduction, let's try some code. So it's time for code. I already prepared some things, so let me walk through. First of all, a constant integer, and with that it indicates already that it is C programming language. As I showed you, it is pin 3 that I use for the output of the LED. So this is the variable and this is the port. Then I use an output value. I haven't tested it yet, but we will see what happens. For the blinking of the onboard LED 13, I have to use pin mode as an output. This is all for later or to be erased. I use this from the other Arduino Mega 2560 board that I have. So in an attempt not to reinvent the wheel for myself, here I put the output value 1 is 0 again, because this is a loop, and here I put this to write 13 high. Then I write this value to output pin 3, wait for 1 second, then I write low to the onboard pin, onboard LED. Then I change the output value to 5. I have no idea what the effect will be, but we'll see. Maybe it doesn't do anything. But then again, I have here some values I can use anyway. then a delay of 2 seconds and a further delay of 2 milliseconds before the next loop. So then here you see that the Arduino Yun is still on the on its own network segment, so that will be an upload through wireless. So let's see what happens. Yeah, the digital write is somewhere not correct. Yeah, here I miss an I. Alright, let's do it again. Yes, I have set a password for it in the first episode, so let's give the password here as well. Done uploading. So now I have to see what is happening, if anything. And by holding my hand over the LED, I can clearly see it is burning faintly. So I will show you. So right now you can't possibly see the LED working, so I'll turn the light away, and then you can clearly see that the LED is burning in sequence with the onboard LED, which is exactly what I programmed. So now this is clearly working. I can start using more things, and one of the things I do want to test is the serial port, which is located right here with transmit and receive. It will be a challenge because this is not the same thing as on the other Arduino, where I can easily use a serial port since it is connected via USB. This is also USB connected, but only for power. So that's something I want to do. The other thing I want to try is the other side of the board, of course. So let's see if I can put some more. For that I do need a nice resistor. And I want to read something in, and reading in is done from this side. So that is going to be a nice thing. How do I do that? With a jump wire, maybe? Let's figure something out. The new addition to this board will be a switch with 3 wires, which are power, mass with a resistor to the ground, and signal. So the power will go to let's say 5 volts. The mass will go, of course, to the ground. And the signal will go to A0. And the idea is that when I press the switch, there will be a change in the lights, and the sequence is of course hard to distinguish, but let's say that without the switch the lights are off, and with the switch the lights are going just as they are. Which isn't very hard to do, but it's just a nice combination. And you may have noticed, of course, that I put a small connector pin in here, but that's just for easiness. So let me get this little change programmed. So back to programming. The only really important thing is the signal, which I have connected to A0 as input. So what I have to do is make a constant integer analog in pin. A0 is, I guess, A0, and then some command analog input for signal, from signal actually. So then I've made it myself quite easy by leaving this code in. I just had it uncommented. So I uncomment it, and then I get sensor value is analog read analog in pin, and that I have changed a bit because it is now A0, so I make this A0. That means that there is a sensor value right now. I can use that. But I will not right now. This value can be higher to show the LED, the green LED, really stand out. What I want to use this for is an if statement. So I say if sensor value is 1, let's just keep it that way, then do all this, and to keep it simple I just indent everything. Well, simple for clear code. And I can leave it this way because if their sensor value is 0, it just hasn't, it just won't do anything. So only if it is 1 it does this. Question is of course, what will this be? But all we have to do is check it out. So let's hope there's no syntax error in here. Oh yeah, let me put this to, for example, 8. Have it light up brighter. Let's check. And there is no alright. Then I will say int sensor value is 0. Yep, I have to declare this. This is C. Yeah, no comment here. Or should I? Yeah. Output value from switch. Let's use that. Go. Right. And there's no error, so it should be working. So let's see if it is working. So with the new program, let's see if it actually does what it is supposed to do. Right now it's not pressed. Which means the signal should be high according to the program. So I press it, and which makes the signal low, and you see that the LED stopped blinking. Releasing it is clearly making the LEDs blink. And let me make it a bit darker, because I'm not seeing the green LED blink. This way it is blinking brighter. And what about with light? Not so much. So with half light it is kind of clear. Pressing the switch and it stops blinking. And pressing. So this is a very nice example of programming again with a switch. And what I want to do is see if this is the only way to program it, because right now I'm using the Arduino integrated programming device, or the Arduino IDE actually, integrated development environment. This is what it is. But I am programming the board. Is it, and I am assuming I am programming it using Linux. So where on the board is it? That is the next question. Can I find this? So up to exploring the board. So I've constructed switch, uploaded the software, but where is it? Apparently not really here if I look at everything, but these are directories, and I don't think I can find them here. Considering this name, I'm going to try to find it anyway. Find dot name, and then what this does is, of course, find something with base the current directory, and then look for the name Arduino Yun 1. And it doesn't say, it says nothing, so it can't find anything. So let me go to another directory, or I can do it slightly different. I can take everything at once from the root, and this is all accessible from the root. Look for here. So let's see what it can find. Then I scroll back, and it can't access the proc directory, which is quite logical. There won't be anything in there, but it did find any other directory, and I will show you, because if I do here /user, it says there's nothing there. So apparently there is a place in memory, non-volatile memory, where it is stored, and it's just a code and not the program name. Having said that, during some information gathering on where this is used, there is a significant warning which indicates that I shouldn't do it like this. The Yun has, like other boards, location for an SD card, micro SD card, and it is strongly advised to use that storage space. So that is what I'm going to do next. In the meantime, thank you for watching with these new experiments. If you like my video and other videos, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. You may support my blog by allowing advertisements in between the video segments. If you don't want to do that, you can visit my website, which is listed under this video, to find another way of support, and this is to be continued.